In continuation with lesson 4, this recording will be all about contracts. So a contract is a legal document that binds the event management company and client if the event is being organized for another company or an association. Contracts are needed or constructed or created whenever an event organizing company organizes organizes events nga kanang dinagko na siya. It's also a legal document that binds the event management company with the hired contractors and suppliers that provide the necessary services or equipment to run an event. So, dili lang siya exclusive between the client and the organizing event company, but also between the events company and the contracted services, like contract mo o mag-hire ang events company o security team, so kinahanglan na anay contracts or MOA. A contract is characterized by the following: it is written, so it has to be in writing so that the terms are easy to remember, easy to verify, and the expectations are clear and conflicts will be avoided in future. It also has to offer something. A contract contains a proposal, promise, or expression to deliver specific obligations under proposed terms with another party. So, dapat makita dito ang proposal, ang promise, or ang specific nga object nga dapat i-deliver ni ni events company sa iyahang client. Consideration: the price paid for the offer, which may be the contractor's fee or the total budget, as well as the benefits to be derived by both parties. And then acceptance. This is signified when the party receiving the offer signs the contract, and then we have capacity. The people signing the contract are legally authorized to sign. So, they have the capacity to fulfill the duties and possible liabilities when signing the contract. So, there are several types of contracts. The following are the specific contracts which are needed in different areas of event management. So, it's divided between administration and operation. So, for administration, you may need or you may find the necessity to create management contracts between event management company and client whenever you pwede nga na mo template ani in your event management company. Sponsorship contracts between event management and sponsors. Exhibitors contract, inig ka ng your task to organize an exhibit. Association or organization partnerships, speakers agreement, and registration forms nga template ninyo whenever you host a congress, a conference, or a convention. And then for operations, naatay contracts between event organizer and contractors, and then contracts between the event organizer and suppliers. So it could be contracts between freight forwarders, mga for deliverables, security agencies, transportation companies, entertainers and performers, media partners, as well as advertising and PR agencies. For suppliers, pwede nga contract between the venue provider, accommodation suppliers, caterers, and other suppliers of food and beverages, as well as program equipment suppliers. So, muna siyang mga possible types of contracts nga i-encounter in the MICE industry or the events industry. So, here are the key components of an event management contract. Unsay sulod niya? So, these are the things that an event management contract should contain. So, natay mga general contract information and clauses here. There are 26 of them. We have, of course, the name of the contracting parties, the name of the events company and the client, status of the signatories, married, of legal age, single, of legal age, dates when the contract must be finalized, and dates by which contract must be signed and returned, the detailed list of items and services nga gisakop sa contract nga inyong permahan, the detailed list of fees and charges, the schedule of payments, clauses for cancellation, unsay kinahanglan himuon if the client wants to terminate the contract or if the organizers want to cancel the contract. So, dapat na-appeal na siya dito kung unsay mga obligations nga dapat i-perform. Then, we also have number 8, attrition. This occurs when the service is performed or delivered but the contracting parties fail to fully deliver their obligations. So, for example, a caterer fails to provide the sufficient food for the expected number of guests. So, the attrition clause is important when the client or partner fails to serve the guaranteed number of participants. Kay mo ni siya habol nimo in case one party fails to deliver the expectations of the other party. Terms. This refer to the scope of work, event details, service conditions, mode of payment, and delivery of service. The signing parties are obligated to adhere to the terms and conditions within the contract until the expiration date or the end of the contract. So, mo ni siya mga specific na mga more details about the contract. Then we have force majeure refers to any or of the unforeseeable circumstances that prevent someone from fulfilling a contract. So, katuning mga impossible nga mga mahitabo. Anyways, natay example included in this module so you can see each part of the contract nga itong gidiscuss ron. Then we have arbitration. This is used in settling of disputes between two parties. So, this is an impartial third party nga mo resolve sa mga issues that might arise during the duration of the contract. Billing, so i-appeal nimo diri ang statement of expenses and tanang audits or liquidation. Then, as well as time pertains to the duration of the contract. Will it run for a month, a week, a year, 3 months, ana, depende. And assignment. An assignment of contract occurs when one party hands off the contract's obligation and benefits to another party. So, mahitabo ni siya if mo the events company is going to transfer the contract to another events company. Events insurance or public liability insurance, very important coverage for event organizer because this will provide protection against the injury of any participants or damage to property that might occur during events. So, clause ra ni siya nga ginabutang to protect the organizer from any injury or damage. Liability refers to the potential risk and damages that can arise from holding an event. Pwedeng naisunog, nakuyapan, namatay, naghubog, nagmaoy, mga yun ana. So, a professional event company can secure insurance coverages for these types of liabilities. Kay aron dili ka mabugatan in case mahitabo na siya sa imong event. Hold harmless and indemnification nga clause. This provision means that the event management organization is not liable for certain damages under the contract. So, pwede nga dili ka makasuhan because of this clause. This is also important. Reputation, the opinion or belief of people about your organization or association. Complete agreement clause is the clause in the contract that signifies that all parties are in agreement with the terms. Then we also have rider, dili rider nga pud panda. This is an attachment, schedule, amendment, or other writing that is added to the document in order to modify it. Its purpose is to avoid rewriting or redrafting the document entirely. Bale, additional ra siya nga mga clauses. Rider ang tawag sa iyaha. Changes to the agreement, this could be attached to appendices if there are certain changes nga kinahanglan ihimuon. Sequence of execution, the manner by which the contract will be implemented. Attachments, so depending on the type of events or on the contracts to be signed, pwede ni siyang floor plans, maps, photos of equipments, and others. Then the non-disclosure agreement, often referred to as confidentiality provision, which covers the type of information, parties responsible, nga tanan is between the two parties only, dili mo leak or mugawas ang unnecessary private information to other people. Competent parties. This clause signifies that the party should have the legal qualification, capacity, power, and fitness to enter into a contractual agreement. So, dapat of legal age, na ay saktong trabaho to support, or they are related to the company contracting your services. And then finally, the budget. The budget is usually an attachment or appendix to the contract. It may also include provisions for budget adjustments such as additional facilities, program elements, and major changes in the event design. So following are examples. So you're going to see scan photos of an event contract. So nata dinhi ang date, the name of the kanang si tawag ani, the name of the person contracting your services, dayon ang yang date, ang number of people, minimum revenue requirement, ang the venue, so mo ni siya yung function setup, and more details nga kuan, as well as the food and beverage plan. So this is a 3-day convention. So appeal na siya din ha, and then we have the terms and conditions. So diri na din makita tong katong sa cancellation, kanang other clauses nga gidiscuss sa ibabaw. So you just scroll through this and familiarize yourselves. Then we also have a memorandum of agreement. Usually this is done for contracting parties. So this is also an example. It's still like a contract but not that complicated. So that's it for lesson 4. Mag-midterm na dayon ta.